Hello and welcome back. I'm going to read another passage from today and kind of have a brief little teaching on it or connection point that I see from this one that I think can be really helpful. And this one comes from Hebrews chapter 12. Probably already know where I'm going with this when I say this. I read from the ESV. That's just my preferred one for Bible study and just for reading in general because I find it a little bit easier to read. I don't have a problem with other translations other than the obvious ones like the Passion or things like that, where it was definitely not inspired to do that translation. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and read and then just kind of give a little note on it. So from Hebrews 12, verses 1 through 2. Therefore, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us also lay aside every weight and sin which clings so closely. Let us run with endurance the race that is set before us, looking to Jesus, the founder and perfecter of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is seated at the right hand of the throne of God. And so, kind of touching a little bit more on that verse 1 here of let us lay aside every weight and sin that clings to us so closely, because we have this shroud of witnesses or cloud of witnesses, as the ESV specifically says, around us that surrounds us. We have all of these people around us that we can cast our burdens off of us, which is what another translation says, is to cast off your burdens onto one another, which I think connects really well to when you look back at Proverbs 27, specifically 27:17. Um, as iron sharpens iron, so too does no one man sharpen another. And it's this message of we are in this as followers of Christ together, and we should be working together to help each other run the race of faith. And there are different things that I would love to touch on eventually when it comes to just talking about this, like comparison to faith to running a race that you see so much within scripture. You see it here in 12. You see talks on enduring in the faith in Romans 3. I know that one's more related to suffering, but it's still technically talking about enduring in the faith. You also have Paul talking about how he finished the race, close to the point of his death in Second Timothy. And so I do find that kind of be an interesting connection, but I wanted to focus a little bit more on this. We should be casting off our sins, our weight onto, like, not necessarily like putting it on another person, but being open with others about what our struggles have been and talking with them and having this accountability so that we are able to run this race together. Because I mean, this isn't just a solo race. This is something we are all a part of that we should all be trying to help each other through. But that actually concludes it for today. That's a very short one. I think this is actually one of my shorter ones in general, because it's just, I mean, three total verses. But yeah, I hope everyone has a great day and God bless.